Y'all tapped in with the Head of the Game podcast. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Y'all read the topic. Y'all read the title. This is the Revenge of the Nerds for sure, bruh. And I'm gonna just explain why. I just feel like an underlying is I just feel like if society is a world, I just feel like the tectonic plates shifting. You feel me? Causing earthquakes amongst the social construct of, just the humanity, family, right? A lot of things are being implemented, and a lot of things are becoming outdated and obsolete. So the whole Revenge of the Nerds concept is basically if you're just not tech savvy, you feel me, and you don't have any underlying talents that's going to translate, into this new era, it's just not looking good, right? So kind of look, it's kind of like the old 50 saying, like, damn, homie, back in high school, you was the man, homie. Fuck happened to you? I just feel like there's a transition of power going on right here, right? Now, I will say, disclaimer, it will always be the strongest will survive, survival of the fittest. So I'm not gonna say the weak are not gonna become the strong, but I will say that what's considered strength and powers it's defining itself in a new way, right? And for the most part, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, right? While a lot of people just kind of, I feel like the millennials probably got it the worst, right? Because I feel like we're the most diversified when it comes down to just the spectrum of how life was lived. I could say in modern history. You go back 20 years, 2004, the internet and how we look at it now, nowhere near even close to how we look at it today, right? Even in the 90s, where having a desktop and having internet was groundbreaking, it was innovative, it was the future, you feel me? Even if it took 7 minutes for your dang internet to lock in, right? But enough about that. The main thing I want to get at, right, is the transition of power, the revenge of the nerds, the people that was kind of like overlooked and underlooked and pushed aside just because, and I will say this, it will always become a popularity contest, but I just feel like the consumption of what's popular, 20 years ago is definitely a different definition now, right? Some things are never gonna go out of style. I'm not gonna sit up there and stretch that far about it, but yeah, if you don't know how to put two and two together, you feel me? Like it's a big problem, or at least you don't know how to place people in position and know how to do that for you. Big problem, big issue. And like when we sitting up there going through these things and these situations and stuff like that, right? The minority always had the how can I say, the impression on the majority. You feel me? The top is always going to influence the bottom. I just feel like now it's more sensationalized and more exaggerated, more than before, right? It's crazy, right? Because when you look on the internet, right? You see what's being liked. You see what's being commented on. You see what's being viewed. You see what's not being viewed. You see what's and I will say this as well. the irony is if most of the time you're viewing it, people are already looked at it. If you're trying to comment, most people just basically already commented, right? If you're trying to like it, there's probably somebody that's liked it before, right? Very few, far and few, where somebody's gonna give you your first like, if you're not popping like that, right? You don't got an established following, you know. It's hard for people to really go out their way and do that. But just to close this discussion up, and I just want to know what y'all think. Yeah, it's Revenge of the Nerds. Like, for the people that, you know, the misconceptions of what's healthy, what's powerful, what's important, what's valuable, it's starting to come to the forefront. So yeah, taking care of yourself, taking care of your responsibilities, being a person that's prolific, you feel me, and healthy. I say 20 years ago, if you were healthy, I mean, there was something wrong with you, right? I feel like toxicity always existed, but I just feel like now that there's more information and data, people are now shifting their thought pattern now that there's more information. So I'll just leave it at that. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all got any points or thoughts to add? Feel me? Go ahead, comment below. More videos on the way. I'm up out of here.